And that's what gets us so hooked on too, because it's more than just a cartoon, it's a culture. Let's start from the ground up. Let's start off as Parasama, the endangered scene. So as the saga continues, my biggest circumstance was me making this personal in-depth breakdown of Dragon Ball, anime, being reborn, starting over, and having no shame while I'm doing it. I believe it's a great place to start as a content creator as I build with one brick at a time. And although it's not easy, it's a great place to start and build experience as well. I mean, after all, this is just the beginning of a new journey. One thing that shocked me and surprised me more than anything, and I'm sure it shocked and surprised the anime community, the culture as well, was the death of Akira Toriyama. Akira Toriyama was the one who made Dragon Ball. You know, he grabbed my attention before music, before everything else. And it showed me something that we all know, of course, that, you know, life is short and you never know when your time is going to come. Akira Toriyama, may he rest in peace, was somebody who I actually wanted to meet, show my music to, and the whole 9 yards. And now he's not here anymore, and I don't have the opportunity to do that. I've met one of the many people that I wish to meet so far, but I do intend on meeting the ones that I haven't met yet. And that's what it really taught me. One of the anime items I just had to get is the Saitama book bag. If you know the One Punch Man, it's hilarious. It's one of my favorite shows. I just had to get it. I'm also into the superhero comic cosplay stuff. You'll see me with the gauntlet. You'll see it in one of the videos. Here it is right here. And one of my favorite Marvel characters is Wolverine, but it's also Deadpool. I actually got this signed by the maker of Deadpool. When I was undergoing surgery recovery, my brother actually taught me more about anime that I didn't know of. This is where you can say I started researching it more like a scientist. And it also began a rivalry between which anime was the best. Of course, I went with DBZ. He was a Naruto fan. But being that I was learning more and more, I can understand why he chose that. He can understand why I chose Dragon Ball Z more. And that's when everything began to shift. So with that shift, I opened my mind up a bit more to more anime shows. Mind you, this is during my surgery recovery. I had to learn how to walk again, I had to learn how to breathe again. And after all of these exercises, all I can do was rest and watching. And I started to add more references of anime into my music. One of the songs is called Judo Flip, for example. Here's one of the clips I did way back then.
The element of surprise came out of nowhere, just like a meteor, the space pod that coordinated planet Earth from beyond the galaxy. Through my rain of fire, there's a facade. I'm depicted as a scroll super soul by Captain Marvel, Tom Cruise. Mission impossible, just so many obstacles left to rest under confusion, cause it didn't seem logical. Puzzles left incomplete and thought that I wouldn't see it. The algorithm wasn't a different code, and so I completed it, calling it science. From what is inside of with the powers combined, they calling me Captain Planet, saving the world from all the violence. My DNA was distorted, altered with merged into a vampire, intertwined with a like and pack a punch like Alakazam. Special attack boosted while he's using psychic, enduring the pain like the Okage, Mizukaze, Kazekage. This is the endangered saying Parasama. They gave me nothing, could've destroyed it, but I refuse to waste my time on them. Making pit, heavily guards a Hyrule Castle. This time teaming up, might as well call us undefeated. Levi and Kenny Ackerman, before they was beefing, they took the path of joining forces. There's no way they can beat us.
Now, digging deeper and being truthful when it does come down to other things I refer to in my music, as far as the music industry is concerned and commercialism, there is a series of songs that I have called Resurrection, where I say, sick and tired of political programming. I'll share a few clips right here.
They got the world blind as bats now, I can't stand it. The TV shows, I hope that God damns it. Until the music don't exist, I'ma keep jamming. Until the spell is broken, I'ma keep chanting. Sick and tired of political programming. 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 I can't stand it. A virus like ISIS. Sick and tired of political programming. No matter how far I go. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Parasama, reconstructed and redefined. Rechargeable battery hooked up and energized. Took my last lifeline and realized what better time is there to reach higher limits and return revitalized. Got my heart in these beats, check the pulse and use the stethoscope. Different galaxy in my eyes, just use a telescope. Revoke was frozen, never freezing up my ocean. Use the microscope and see there's an artist that's magnified. I had to find the truth from all the lies that they really try to staple in our minds like the Twilight Zone. They try to keep us all alone, make us all inside our homes, repeating cycles over and over again to hypnotize. Now we got the proof from the times when we was down and out. It was hard to find, but we did not choke. We defeated all the clones as we watched them turn to smoke. The illusion was magic, unreal to visualize.
And after those music preview clips have been shared, I'll let the rest of my music speak on the rest of it. Other than that, you can talk to me in person about it, but it is what it is. As I learned more and more about it, the more I saw why kids, I started to understand why people like me are so influenced and we watch it so much, because it teaches, life lessons. It's very deep. Some adults wouldn't want their children watching it because of the blood and gore and the language and other explicit content that's inside of these shows. And that's what gets us so hooked onto it, because it's more than just a cartoon, it's a culture. You go to, these Comic-Con and cosplay events, you see, we're dressed up as it. I started off as dressing as my own character. Sooner or later, you'll see me in other outfits, but let's start from the ground up. Let's start off as Parasama, the endangered scene. So let's talk about one of the elephants in the room. I'm 33 years old, making a docuseries as to why I really do like anime and why you hear it in my music. I do it to relate to kids out there like me who also likes hip-hop music. You can see this as a means of me bridging the gap. I do go to these Comic-Con events, the cosplay parties, and while we're there, we listen to hip-hop music. So why not try to intertwine all of that and let everyone know how serious I am about it? I know that down the line, people will go back and see he's been into the cosplay and comic and anime community culture. It's exciting for me, and I know that it'll be exciting for the ones who are watching, who are interested. I also go to, hip-hop events and showcases, and I run into people who actually like my music. So this right here is a personal in-depth breakdown, starting from the ground up.